Today, we'll be talking about the top 10 most iconic characters who make Smash Bros. Great Smash Bros. Players. I didn't know they were still talking about Smash Bros. But of course, everybody's opinion is different than the other. But I wonder how many of the characters are on the, your typical list. Gino, which Gino is not iconic. If they say Gino is iconic, I'll literally laugh because Gino is not iconic. Okay, he is definitely, on the bottom of iconic, but we have the 10 characters. Okay, number 10 is Atlas and Peabody. Okay, so Portal, why don't we just make the main character, Chell, as well, as the game? They're making the argument that they could be in the game because they would be like the Ice Climbers. Whereas, yeah, Portal is a pretty popular and iconic game. I can see why Portal's on the list. Tetris Block. Oh, you're going there. You're going to the meme list character. Tetris is one of the most hated games ever created, but you're going to the meme character list. Okay. Tracer. Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if an Overwatch. I know people will be like gaming with this, but I wouldn't be surprised if an Overwatch character would be on this list. I think that they could add Doomfist. Doomfist. They said that Doomfist could be in the game. Which yeah, people think that Nintendo goes with the mascot characters, okay, or the most popular character from the series. Okay, Kazuya is not definitely not the most popular character from Tekken. Okay, that's Hayate. Hayate is like the most requested character from Tekken. They picked Kazuya as well. They went with him instead. Pyro, they really went with Pyro instead of Rex. I think they could do the same thing with Doomfist or Diva. Would be another interesting, unique character instead of Tracer. But a lot of the Overwatch characters, maybe except for a few characters, would be all very unique characters. And I know the Overwatch heads would be angry if an Overwatch character gets added to Smash Bros. As well. Well, but I think the big problem is that what if Nintendo wants to market the game in the Middle East? And yeah, I think that's probably why Nintendo would probably pick Doomfist. Because, yeah, the Middle East does not like this. We all know that's the truth. The Middle East does not like that at all. Bronco. Oh, it's just another Street Fighter representative. Bronco already has two. Oh, yeah, not Bronco. Street Fighter Fast already has two representatives in Smash Bros. Ryu and Echo Fighter. Ken has plenty of characters as well. From Sun Reader, Cammy to Dazum, all of his spots will go to one of the most unique characters in Street Fighter. Of course, Sakurai sometimes does not pick characters based off popularity. He sometimes picks characters based off where the movesets would be good. Okay, which this has been proven with, having characters like Piranha Plant. He sometimes picks characters because he thinks the moveset would be pretty unique. And Bronco would have a pretty unique moveset as well. Next is Monster Hunter. Yeah, I'm surprised Monster Hunter wasn't in Smash. Then he added Smash Bros. Ultimate because then they added the boss in the game as well. Again, yeah, I'm surprised that Monster Hunter was not added as a DLC. I think he is one of the more likely characters in Smash Bros. 6. Considering the fact that they've had a Monster Hunter game exclusively for Nintendo Switch, and it was one of the best selling Monster Hunter games of all time. Monster Hunter was basically exclusive to Nintendo. Monster Hunter 4 was exclusive to the 3DS as well, and it's, other versions. Monster Hunter 3 also got ported to the 3DS and the Wii and the Wii U. And actually, the Monster Hunter 3 sold really well on the Wii U in Japan. So yeah. Balloon Fighter. Of course, the Nintendo hasn't really included a NES character. Instead, we got Piranha Plant. But yeah, Balloon Fighter would be pretty unique because he uses balloons as well. Number 4, Shovel Knight. Again, I think another character I think would be a pretty well candidate for the next game. Characters who are assist trophies sometimes make it in the next Smash Bros. Game. Okay, We had it with Little Mac, Isabel, and Someone Knight's Assist Trophy as well in Smash Ultimate. It and the reason I didn't make him a unique character fighter was they said that he wouldn't be too well known enough, which is a dumb argument. They always make these dumb arguments for characters. Can't be in Smash Bros. Ridley is too big, but it would be made in Smash Bros. Eventually. I think Soul Knight is one of those characters that will eventually be in Smash Bros. You know, they'll have, as well. You know, of course, Steve was the first indie character to be represented into Smash Bros. But again, they picked the most popular character of all indie characters to be in Smash Bros. As well. Because again, Minecraft was originally just created by Knots, was just made by Knots, and then they made a whole team to make Minecraft. So yeah, number 3 is Master Chief. Yeah, he was one of the most speculated characters for the last wave of DLC in Smash Bros. People didn't make up rules saying that he can't be in because Steve was already on the way, already on there. But yeah, and surprisingly, the Halo series has never appeared on the Nintendo console. But this hasn't prevented Master Chief from becoming video game royalty. And Microsoft and Nintendo had a pretty good relationship where they added Steve and Banzo into Smash Bros. Banzo, that was obviously due to the fighter ballot and, Rare's history with Nintendo. So, and Steve, because of the sheer popularity of Minecraft, and also he would have an extremely unique moveset as well to boot, with overall as mining and crafting as well. I think if they had a third character for Microsoft, they would add Master Chief. They would add someone like James Bond. But Golda is ultimately copies of this. Yeah, but if they're gonna add an FPS character that is owned by Microsoft, that's add Master Chief. Not fucking James Bond. Okay, they almost added James Bond in Melee, but I think that's probably when Sakurai created his no non-video game character rule all the way back when they tried to add James Bond in Melee, as well. And yeah. Number 2 is Railcraft. The problem is who owns Railcraft. That's Square Enix. But again, Square Enix hasn't been too bad recently. They added 3 characters in the DLC pack. It was actually 2 characters were owned by Square Enix in the DLC. 3 characters were owned by Square Enix in the DLC pack. So Sora, but that's technically Disney, but it's still partially owned by Square Enix. Kingdom Hearts is like Pokemon. It's partially owned by Square Enix, and it's partially owned by Disney. Pokemon Company is only 1/3 owned by Nintendo. Nintendo only owns 1/4 of the Pokemon Company. Others being Game Freak and Creatures Inc., where it's both practically, where it's Game Freak is an independent studio that is not owned by Nintendo, and Creatures Inc. is another Nintendo partner. So yeah. Tomb Raider is one of the longest running, most iconic franchises of all time. I think as well. Yes. I would be surprised if Square Enix will also end the game eventually as well. Number 1 is Sante. Really? Sante? I do really want him because if she has big tits. There's a lot more characters. Like, what about Resident Evil? I don't get the obsession of game wanting Sante and Smash Bros. Same thing with Reimu. Okay. Sante should. I don't think Sante should be in Smash Bros. Okay. There are definitely much more worthy characters that be in Smash Bros. Over Sante. There's definitely much more worthy third party characters. For example, heck, you could add Spider-Man and put Sans from Undertale on the list. I think Sans from Undertale definitely is way more popular than Sante. But you guys need to really stop with Sante. It's really annoying after a while. Okay? It's really annoying. People say, but she would have a unique moveset. So would some of the other characters on this list would have a unique moveset as well. Well, what makes Sante so special besides her big boobs? Okay? And the fact that that some of her games do have a history of Nintendo consoles. Well, it's also her games are also on PlayStation and Xbox now too. So, what's so special about Sante? Okay. What's so special about Sante that it won a spot on the roster over characters like Cuphead, over characters like Sans, over characters that are much more popular in the general gaming industry Okay, especially a game like Cuphead or a game like Undertale or even Deltarune, which is basically the DFAT, which is the pseudo sequel to Undertale. Okay, or put it over FNAF, that overrated game, or put it over Fortnite, another game that was basically an indie game before it became popular, and of course putting it over, Shovel Knight, a game that, yes, you don't have. It doesn't have the same toxicity of a fan base as Undertale and Cuphead, but it's still a really, really popular indie game. Definitely much more popular than Sante as well. I think the only claim to fame that Sante really has is that she has a spirit in the Nintendo game, but also Rayman does as well. And Rayman was nowhere to be seen on this list as well. Crash Bandicoot of no character was nowhere to be seen on this list, which I'm surprised that Crash Bandicoot was nowhere to be seen on this list, because I know you guys are obsessed with getting Crash Bandicoot and Smash Bros. Is what especially the Crash fanboys were receiving every single time that Crash was announced as the next fighter, as well. Well, but yeah, this is kind of like a strange list as well. I'm surprised they didn't go for Crash Bandicoot. Crash Bandicoot is the most requested character, Rayman. Because Rayman has a large history from Nintendo. And finally, that Ubisoft is finally acknowledging Rayman's existence with the Mario Plus Rabbids DLC. They're finally acknowledging that, yes, we own Rayman still. He exists. Okay, surprised they didn't go with two of the more popular requests of all Smash Bros. Is Rayman and Crash Bandicoot. Those two characters, I think, are the two most requested characters that is not owned by Nintendo. Then it would probably go be Master Chief, would probably be the third. Third, as well, besides the Rayman and Crash Bandicoot. And then it'll probably be Saturday Hedgehog, another Sonic character. Like, come on, we only have one Sonic character, but now we have a third Street Fighter character being requested on this list, and these characters all get added to Smash Bros. But no second Sonic character, which wouldn't make sense whatsoever. But yeah, that's basically with this video. Goodbye.